Hey, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button. And if you have, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here today. And I hope you're having a great day and that you're staying cool no matter where you are. It is hot just about everywhere. So let's jump into this project. I love this project. This is Christmas in July. You can make these now and have them ready for the holidays. If you want to give them away as gifts, if you want to sell them, whatever you want to do, this is the Snoopy scarf, and it's just adorable and quite easy to make. I think the hardest part is making the body, quite honestly, but the rest is pretty easy, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make. We're going to do this in two parts. So we're going to do part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is going to be the house, and then part 2 is going to be the scarf itself. So again, let's get started. Beginners to advanced, everyone in between. What you will need for this project is you will need a G hook and an H hook. The H hook will be used for the house and for the body of the scarf, the sky, and the G hook will be used for the Snoopy, all the parts that make our little guy Snoopy. So again, let's get started. I am using 2 types of yarn. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and this is a cherry red, and I really loved this cherry red. And then I'm using Sky Blue by Big Twist, and that's what this is. I found this to be the closest to the color of the sky, so I really liked this color. So again, let's get started. So let's get our crochet hook, and again, we are going to need our H hook. And we're going to need our cherry red yarn, and we're going to make a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Once we have our 20, these are our chains. This is our working chain. At the end is our slip knot, not considered a chain. Once we're done with that, we're going to go in the 3rd chain from the hook. So here's your working chain. You're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to put a half double crochet in that 3rd chain. And then we're going to put a half double crochet in every stitch across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And that's what it looks like. So we're starting the top of the Snoopy house. So once we do that, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. This is row 1. Chain 1 counts as nothing. You're going to turn your work, and now you're going to do 2 half double crochets in the first stitch. 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. And then you're going to make a double crochet, half double crochet in every stitch across until you get to the end, and then you'll make 2 half double crochets at the end. So another half double crochet, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 2 in the very last, 19, and 20. And that's row 2. So now we're going to go to row 3. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. This is row 3, and we're going to do a half double crochet in every stitch across, and you will have 20 in row 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And that's what it looks like. So that's row 1, row 2, row 3. We're going to go to row 4. Chain 1, turn your work. In row 4, 20 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Never forget that last stitch. Kind of looks like it's almost hidden. And you have 20. So that's row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So now we're going to go to row 5. And you're going to do chain 1, turn your work. In that very first row, in row 5, you're going to put 2 half double crochets. 1 in the same stitch. 2. And then we're going to go to every stitch across and put a half double crochet until we get to the last stitch, and we're going to put 2 together. So 1, and that's 1, 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, last stitch, 22. And that is row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to go to row 6. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. In row 6, we're going to have 22 half double crochets. I go slow, you can follow along, you can write it down. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. And that last stitch does not look like it's a stitch, but it's there. But it is. So, and again, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go to row 7. Row 7 is going to have 22 half double crochets. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. And let me count this again. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to row 7. Chain 1, turn your work. Again, a half double crochet in every stitch across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. And this is what it looks like. And it might be a little weird in the beginning, but you'll see it's going to be fine. So again, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're going to go to our 8th row. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. We're going to do 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 2 half double crochets in the second stitch, and in the middle all half double crochets. So we're going to have a total of 24 half double crochets. So we're going to have 1 and 2 in the first one. And then we're going to do 1 across until we get to the last one where we'll do 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and that very last stitch that looks kind of weird, 2, so 22, 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2. And this is what it looks like. And now we're going to count our rows again. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8. Now we're going to go to row 9. Row 9 is going to get you to this. Row 9 is going to get you to this part of the doghouse. Again, once we're done with row 8, we're going to chain 1. And I wanted to do a close-up here. This is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once we do row 8 and we're done, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to turn our work. And in this first stitch, we're going to make a slip stitch. And we're going to make 6 across. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to chain 1, and in the same place we're going to put a half double crochet. Right in the same spot where we made our last slip stitch and a chain 1. Then we're going to do 13 half double crochets across, and you're going to end up with 14 counting that one. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that's what it looks like. So after you do that, and that is row 9, you're going to do row 10 through 14, and you're going to do 14 half double crochets. So you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. So once you made your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 half double crochets, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to turn your work. And then you're going to put a half double crochet in every stitch across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the last one is 14. And that's what it looks like. That's row 10. Now we're going to go to row 11. Chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to make 14 half double crochets in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that is row 11. So now we're going to do row 12. 1, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And this is row 12, and we're going to do half double crochets right across. Same amount that we've been doing, and this is row 12. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to do row 13. Chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to do row 13, all half double crochets, and you will continue to have the same amount of half double crochets, and that's 14. So this is row 13. Chain 1, turn your work, and this is going to be the last row for the house, and we're going to do row 14. All half double crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that's what it looks like. So put it down like that. I'm just going to pull out a little bit. You can see, here's your house. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fasten off. We're going to fasten off this portion because this house is done. So now once we are done with that, we're going to get our blue yarn. We're going to get our blue yarn, and here it is right here. And like I said, this is sky blue and this is big twist. Of all the yarns out there, I found this to be the most suitable for this project. You may want to use a different one, that's fine, not a problem. So now that we are done with this, we're going to work from top of the house this way. The sky is this way, and that's the way we're going to work this. Now here is the top of my house, and here is my tail. I'm going to go right in here, and I'm going to put and start my sky. So I'm going to get my blue yarn. I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to attach it to here. And then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work. And I'm going to go right in there, and I'm going to make my first half double crochet. And then I'm going to make a half double crochet right along, and we'll need 18 half double crochets right along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And we will make our last one. So now we have 18 half double crochets. Now that you have 18 across, you're going to chain 1. And I want to say that this is row 1 of your blue sky. So now we chain 1, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to do a half double crochet in every stitch across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So this is row 2. And you're going to just keep going and doing this. So row 2 to 155 rows. You're going to go to row, this is row 1, this is row 2. Row 2 up to 155 rows. So you're going to do 155 rows of the blue. And then what will happen is I will meet you back and we will get started with the other side of the scarf, the end of the scarf, which will also be another house. So that we will have a house on both sides of the scarf, on the bottom and the top. And I will show you just how to do that. So again, we're going to do row 2 to 155, and you're always going to chain 1 when you turn your work, and you're going to do a half double crochet in every stitch across until you have 155 rows. Half double crochets, 18 half double crochets across. And then in the next tutorial, I will show you how to finish off the scarf, how to make Snoopy's body, and how to add. Now, this is totally up to you, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So let's just finish this off so we can talk about the next tutorial and what that's going to entail. Part 2 of our Christmas in July series for this particular project. So what we're going to do is once we finish our scarf and we do the both houses, I'm going to show you, if you want to put these lines in the house, you can. If you don't, that's totally up to you, but I'm going to show you how that's done, and we'll show you how the Snoopy is made, and also the other part of the house, the finished at the other end of those 155 rows. We've got to add another house on the other side. So this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the Snoopy scarf. And this is again part of our Christmas in July series for everyone that wants to make these scarves now and give them away at the holidays. This is part 1 of this series, and we're going to do this one. We'll finish it, and then we're going to have another one, another project. So join me again, Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.